Before we talk about into 20 weird facts about North Korea, let's dive into the overview of North Korea's government. North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK, is an isolated and highly secretive country located in East Asia, bordered by China, Russia, and South Korea. Its capital is Pyongyang, and it has been under the authoritarian rule of the Kim dynasty since its founding in 1948 by Kim Il-sung, followed by his son Kim Jong-il, and now his grandson Kim Jong-un. The country operates under a one-party system led by the Workers' Party of Korea, and the regime maintains strict control over all aspects of life, including the media, economy, and movement of its citizens. North Korea is characterized by a cult of personality surrounding its leaders, with state-sponsored worship of the Kim family being an integral part of its political system. The country has a planned economy and heavily invests in its military, maintaining one of the world's largest standing armies and pursuing a controversial nuclear weapons program, which has led to international sanctions. North Korea's isolation means that it has minimal contact with the outside world. Its citizens are subjected to propaganda, strict surveillance, and limited freedoms. The government controls all information, and tourism is tightly regulated, with visitors only allowed to see state-approved sites under constant supervision. Despite this, the regime projects an image of strength and self-reliance, known as juche, while the majority of the population struggles with poverty and food shortages. 20 weird facts about North Korea you probably didn't know. 1. The calendar is based on Kim Il-sung's birth. North Korea uses the Juche calendar, which starts from the birth year of Kim Il-sung, 1912, rather than the Gregorian calendar. The current year is Juche 113, 2024 in our calendar. 2. There's only 3 TV channels. All TV stations in North Korea are state-controlled. Citizens can only watch content approved by the government, which mostly consists of propaganda and news about the Kim family. 3. Elections with only one candidate. Elections are held every 5 years, but there's only one name on the ballot, usually a member of the ruling Workers' Party. Voting is mandatory, and people vote yes or no to that candidate. 4. Haircuts are state-approved. North Koreans can only choose from a list of 15 state-approved hairstyles for men and 18 for women. Unapproved hairstyles are considered rebellious and punishable. 5. Blue jeans are banned. Wearing blue jeans is prohibited because they are seen as a symbol of Western imperialism, particularly American culture. 6. Only the elite have access to the internet. While the rest of the world is connected online, most North Koreans only have access to a domestic intranet called Kwangmyong, which contains heavily censored information. 7. There's a fake city on the border. Kijongdong, a brightly lit city near the South Korean border, was built as a propaganda village to lure defectors from the south, but it's uninhabited, a mere facade. 8. Time zone changed for patriotism. In 2015, North Korea created its own time zone, Pyongyang time, by setting the clock back 30 minutes to distance itself from Japanese colonial influence. It reverted back in 2018 to align with South Korea. 9. Teachers must learn to play the accordion. All North Korean teachers are required to learn to play the accordion. It's known as the people's instrument and is thought to be a symbol of loyalty to the state. 10. Wearing Western clothing can get you arrested. Western-style clothing, such as t-shirts with logos, is forbidden. Fashion deemed foreign or trendy is seen as anti-state and punished. 11. You can be punished for someone else's crime. The country follows a system called guilt by association, where entire families, often spanning 3 generations, are punished for the crimes or perceived disloyalty of one family member. 12. They have a pleasure squad for the leader. North Korea's leaders are rumored to maintain a group of young women called the Jipungjo, or pleasure squad, whose purpose is to entertain and serve the leader. 13. There's only one allowed religion, worship of the leaders. Officially, North Korea claims to be an atheist state, but in practice, the government encourages the worship of Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, and Kim Jong-un through massive cult-like rituals and displays. 14. North Korea's space program claimed a moon landing. In 2014, North Korean state media announced that they had landed a man on the moon, an absurd claim that went unrecognized by the global community. 15. Public executions are a spectacle. North Korea is one of the few countries where public executions are still common. Citizens, including children, are forced to attend these events to instill fear of dissent. 16. A literacy rate of 100%, according to the government. The North Korean government claims that its literacy rate is 100%, though this figure cannot be independently verified due to the closed-off nature of the country. 17. Owning a Bible can get you executed. Christianity is heavily suppressed, and owning a Bible is considered an act of treason. Citizens caught practicing or possessing religious materials face severe punishment, including execution. 18. Tourists are heavily monitored. Foreign visitors are assigned government minders, who accompany them everywhere. They control what tourists see and can photograph, and speaking to locals is highly restricted. 19. North Korea hosts the world's largest stadium. The Rungnado May Day Stadium in Pyongyang can hold up to 114,000 people. It's often used for mass games, which are elaborate, choreographed displays of gymnastics and propaganda. 20. Kim Jong-il claimed to have invented the hamburger. North Korean state media once credited Kim Jong-il with inventing a sandwich-like dish called double bread with meat, claiming it was the original concept behind the hamburger. Subscribe and like for more education and facts.